orange ad on the left? What do you mean? And welcome in, Green Jeans. Oh, you're right. I think it's supposed to be soup. I think it's supposed to be ramen. Because I don't see a handle on it. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be ramen. Like a ramen soup bowl. So how are we doing today? We ready to get started? I know it's a little early. I'll wait for the ad to end. Let us rock and roll. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, tree. Boom. Yeah, exactly. Ads are over. And welcome in, Infinite. How are we doing tonight? Day 3. Cleaning stuff? I did that most of the day. Sup, beard man? $20 extra steps. We get our allowance. What is? Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. Oh wait, this is a female. I'm sorry. If there's anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing the estate. Overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. And I am doing well. Rotated wiener. Wouldn't that be Renier? Correct me if I'm wrong. So what choices do we get today? Dagnabbit, I have to take the hobble because there's something I have to do in there. I have to turn the stuff on, and sometimes there's stuff to be found here. Yeah, turn the gas, that's right. Dish dang. 1 of 3? Or is it all 4? I can't remember if... Yeah, I have to find all 4 of them. Can I pick up any of this? And I know there's something to read. If I get a shovel, I can... Okay. Notice of termination. Okay, this is Ann Babbage again. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance to the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as groundkeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented incidences of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in future endeavors. Ann Babbage, House Manager. Oh, fingers were on the wrong keys. I'm like, why ain't I moving? What'd I do? I screwed up, guys. I broke it. I broke the game. And you all just lost it. Was there any reason to go back out this way? While I have the steps. What's up, Coffee? How are you this evening over in YouTube land? Yes, you've lost the game. Oh, but this game is called Blueprints. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. Technically, this morning, it is 3 a.m. Well, how are you this morning, Coffee? Oh, yeah, and I've never actually went into the gym mine. Not that gyms are of any use to me today. Oh. Well, butter my biscuits. Social policy exam on Saturday? Why do you go to school on Saturday? That's just irresponsible. But I mean, I wish you well on the exam. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if you're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave walls. So I suppose we'll have to adhere to this expert opinion, at least for now. Well, that's when exams start. Okay. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us here. So Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there's still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit too awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're just going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. The Saturday after the last day is when they start. My social policy exam happening to be on that first day. Week later is your other exam. You'll pass. You're too smart not to, at least in what you've shown us. Although, I'm not exactly sure, because I'm American, what social policy would really be as the equivalent for, say, like an American class. Okay, we need a code. And I don't remember what the code is. Well, if that's the case, how are you guys still tied to England? Think you would have actually declared your independence a long time ago. I'm joking, Coffee. Don't hurt me. I'm fragile. I mean, if that's the case, why hasn't, any of the states declared independence? Saturday school, yeah. Yeah, if that was the case, how come California hasn't declared its independence? Money or steps? We'll go with steps for now. And, coming from a long line of Irish people, I would say that the Irish tend to have a high opinion of themselves, at least in America. Now, other places, I don't know. Wow, they gave me crap rooms. Okay, so it's just social sciences. Got it. History of policies and government throughout Irish history to build our government since before our independence. Well, socialism could work as long as you ignore the fact that money exists. And also ignore human nature. See, and that's what I'm saying, is that money is the important part. Oh my God, you bastards. Piss poor doors. I'm stuck now. I have one way forward. So I got to be very careful. This is the black box, obviously lying. This is the black box. Again, obviously lying. Right. The black box is not empty. So the black box is the only one that's telling the truth. And it's saying it's not empty. Did they have to make that logic puzzle so easy? I was expecting more. Yeah, socialism always fails because humans have a sickness. It's called greed. We are greedy little goblins that can't stand the idea of someone else being equal to or above us. Like, equality is not something that is in our nature. Yes, I need a shovel very badly. Blue Warrior needs shovel badly. Yeah, and I can get a gem, which does me absolutely no good. Already read that one. So we distribute moolah. Actually, I think, see, and this is where I prove that I am a different kind of person. My first thought is I think I can fix things. Like, if you come back Wednesday, we might have a good conversation. Of course, it would be late for you. Menu. Because that's all I really need to do, because I can't get into the security protocols, even though I'm in the office. Anything? Nope. Okay. Just looking for pickups before I move on. Spare room. I mean, the chapel, I've got plenty of money. The chapel offers more doors. It's the only reason why I did it. Okay. I'm trying to ensure a way forward. It's exam week, and you have a 1,700 word essay. 1,700 words? Essay on what? Mostly because, you know, I've noticed that you're pretty darn good with words. The potato blight? No, we don't talk about the potato blight. What is it with it locking me out? It is an important part of history. I totally agree that it is an important part of history. Yeah, but basically it's when the English tried to genocide the Irish. According to pretty much everybody I've ever talked to. Critical and research structure and findings in another research paper. Okay, well, I can't really help you there, but I'm sure you got that one. Anything of use right now? Magnifying glass, sledgehammer, if I get lucky. And I need steps, so sleeping mask. And I don't remember what the magnifying glass does. I meant to, oh my God. Well, yes, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, I'm not really going to get into that right now. Because one, I didn't live through it. Two, I only have an American's perspective on the history of the Irish potato famine. What I do know about it could be completely wrong. Yes, exactly. Let's just say it seems to be a recycling thing in human history, which is absolute garbage. Again, humans can't stand someone being better than them or above them. Like, even to the point where we have to tell people that yeah, you went down the rabbit hole? Oh, I'm sorry. Went down the rabbit hole of the potato famine. Right? And I mean, I might be bricked off because I do not have security card because I'm an idiot and didn't pay attention. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think any of these rooms are ones that have sledgehammer openings. But maybe outside? Yeah, I got locked out because I don't have the lock. Good. I just wish more people really understood what happened there and why so many of the Irish ended up in America, even though they were treated as worse than second-class citizens over here. At least here they had a chance to rise above. In England at the time, they did not. Like, even as much as, you know, America treated them as second-hand, like, yeah, second-hand citizens, not second class. Oh, It's got to be a date. Most of these are dates. Any of us remember what it was? Yeah, same. I don't remember it either. Yeah, you can find it in all the old videos, but I don't think... No, it is up on YouTube. But I'm not sure how much I'm... Oh, yeah, more Irish citizens need to know the history, because then they might have a little bit more reticence of trusting people in power. You know, like America should have a lot more reticence of trusting people in power. And I don't care what side of the aisle they're on, because in my personal opinion, I don't care what politics, whatever country you're a part of, none of them have the citizens' best interests at heart. They are only greedy glomming, because we don't have proper checks and balances on governments. I mean, hell, I have an idea. The only problem would be is that it would take literally a dictator to initiate. I do have the magnifying glass, yes. Right? And there are reasons for anti-immigration. And I don't mean, I'm not a person that's sitting here complaining about, diversity. It's like, no. There's only so many people you can allow in your country at one time. I don't care how bad it is for them. At some point, once you get so many people, your resources are too strained, because it takes a while for the new immigrants to acclimatize and the people there to acclimatize to them. That's just really all it is. And until you have that, all you're going to end up with is a bunch of strain. You're going to end up with a bunch of people just being frustrated and angry. Yes, I have the magnifying glass. Orchard painting has the answer. Where do I find the orchard painting? I'd rather kind of, discover the code rather than being told. Like, if we use our brains to figure it out, that's one thing. Orchard painting. I remember the orchard painting, but where do I find the orchard painting? Might be in the parlor? Okay, no. Do you remember where to find the orchard painting? Am I anywhere close? No, you're fine. See, Coffee, I don't mind people getting political. Don't make it personal. That's the difference. Is I have no problem discussing these things. The red room, the picture. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. It's in the dark room, which I do not have. Yeah, let's just open it. Yeah, I literally have no problem getting political. Don't make it personal. You know, when I talk about anti-immigration, I'm not talking about people, you know, here that are productive members of society, other than if they entered illegally, and we need to offer them some way of amnesty or, yeah, just give me the code. Well, I'm glad you're so much better in life. That's good. I hate to say it like that, but I mean, I know we've discovered it before. And today's already going to be a super short day, so might as well get some progress out of it. 11:28. Apps. $14.08. It is now permanently open. Each new day with an extra 20. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Boop. Okay, it was in here. I'll read that in a second. Wasn't there... I would have swore one of the things to turn was in here. Oh, there we go. I'm just blind. Yes, room 1408 would have been much better. I do hope it gets better for you. I don't know what it is, but a lot of the people that I talk to that are in college seems to just shred their brain. I know that one. I definitely know that one, Coffee. I know you're not actually talking to me, but I'm answering anyway, damn it. So, blinded by the apples. Yeah, I honestly don't think there's anything left to discover. Gonna call it a day. Which sucks because I had the sledgehammer, but I couldn't get to the areas because of the stupid security gate. I have no way to find anything more. Yeah, call it. It's a bad day in the neighborhood. It's a bad day in the neighborhood. If you make a mistake in university, it's your arrow to the knee. Well, then I would have taken my arrow to the knee a long time ago because I dropped out. No, it just means you're basically forward progress. Which, I mean, sure, it makes your people more educated, but it also... Over-educating also stops from... we'll put it this way, abstract advancement. So, where you have the people that just suddenly know certain things. Or not suddenly know, but ask the right questions. Because they just think they know everything. The classrooms, the shrine, which I don't have enough money to do anything with. I think I'm going to get the 2 special items. Because we're early in the game. And shovel! What? And a wrench? Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity? I don't know if I've ever gotten that one. Yes. Well, there's... How do you put this? Those who can thrive in that environment will thrive in Ireland's functioning society. Those who can't will enter menial and poorly paid labor, and those who never made it will be lucky to end up there. Okay, so bold. As an American, that sounds like a fast way to ruining your country. Because then all of the menial jobs are being done by poorly paid labor and people with relative lack of education to really know what they're doing. But those menial jobs are what your country runs on. So eventually you'll run out of good people to do the jobs. And basically you'll end up where America is. Where we have... You know, I hate to tell you, Coffee, but we're probably actually more educated than you are, but people don't realize it because we grade our education very differently than the rest of the world. Gems are in both the black box and the white box. Well, you're lying because there's only gems in one. Gems are in both the blue box and the black box. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. Okay, so... both black box and white box. Blue and black are not in the white box or the blue box. I'm going to assume that the black box is telling the truth because the gems can only be in one. Right, you can be highly educated, but all of your menial labor, basically anything that has to deal with your infrastructure, is being done by the poorest educated of you. Not just the poorest, but the poorest educated. Which means you're kind of relatively screwed. I mean, America has a lot going for it. Our biggest problem is going from capitalism to whatever we have today, which it's not capitalism because the market used to control the economy, and now the corporations control the economy. It's how we ended up with such a runaway issue. Let's see. Oh, greenhouse is a good one to get at this point. Because greenhouse is a way to get to the 46th room. Let's see if we can get lucky, folks. Yeah, if I had the broken lever. I think actually technically it is a oligarchy. But yeah, corpocracy is what some people would call it, but I think technically it's an oligarchy because the government actually protects corporations. It's one of the reasons why, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, that I will say that Obama was a worse president than we had in a long time. Because he paid banks, which it didn't make sense because most Democrats will pay the people and use trickle-up economic theory. Most Republicans will use trickle-down. For some reason, Obama paid the top in a trickle-down. Oh, was Jade in here? No, I don't see her. I mean, unless she was just lurking. Well, that might be an Irish society. That is definitely not in American society. Teachers are probably some of the least, responsible and least educated of the people. And those that are highly educated and good for the job are basically pushed out because the teachers that want to just coast can't have them do that. So they'll push them out. It's why a lot of jobs I got kicked out of, pushed out of. Oh, I do not want to lock. Oh, wait, I can redraw. An aquarium. Perfect for right here. Homeschool. Basically, let them go up through elementary school and then pull them out. That's what I did. Why did the watering can disappear? No, and yeah, sure, I'm a little biased because I homeschooled my kids, but most of education is useless. Most people don't need what's being taught. Well, I got all my gems from the watering can. Secondary school. Well, like I said, in Ireland, I don't know the school system. I'm not trying to talk about Irish schools. I'm talking about American school system. So I don't know what the Irish school system is like. Yeah, we're having reading troubles with college level. With kids going to uni not understanding how to read properly. I mean, reading comprehension is at an all-time low, and that is just the saddest thing I have ever heard. Standard? Yeah, we'll oh, no, let's make it commonplace. Because security room is very important. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you understood I wasn't talking about Ireland, because I don't really know. I know what we get told on American media, that you guys are having, that the greater UK area is having a immigration crisis that, I mean, people that aren't even citizens are getting elected to offices. That's all I really know. And I know from my standpoint, just hearing about it, that sounds like a bad idea. Oh, of course, it's how they structure it. Remember, school systems are based on Pavlovian conditioning, or at least they are here in America. I mean, that's the whole point, is that we use it for Pavlovian conditioning because they needed robots. They needed people to be automatons for the workplace. Yeah, I mean, people getting arrested for social posts. I mean, because somebody said something mean, you have to, arrest them. But yet, you're not going to mess with the kids or people that are actually doing things wrong, but like America can freaking talk. You know, we have criminals that are in and out of, you know, been arrested 47 times and have never actually been put away. Wrong one. I wanted this one. Oh, observation is a good place to put there. Yeah, it's behaviorism. Oh, I'm out of gems. Dag nabbit. Well, I've still got plenty of ways forward. Yeah, classical and operant conditioning. Like, one, I think psychology, as we use it today, is probably the main reason why we're completely fucked, we're completely fucked. That feels very Monty Python. I love Monty Python. Well, the problem is to change, at least America, to fix America, you have to have a dictator. Cadence or a cadence? Is that something I'm not familiar with? Most likely. So a cadence. We're completely fucked, we're completely fucked. There's several different ways to sing that one. Now let's go up and forward. Pardon my language, I probably should say. Let's get some extra steps in. Actually, what's very reassuring is that we see it. See, what it takes is the people to reach a critical mass of understanding so that they can do something about it. And I'm not talking like a revolution like some of these jackwipes say, but so we can actually see the problem and hopefully mitigate it. Because the only other real choice we have is a dictator changing the rules. Literally, I mean, I have an idea on how to fix a lot of this stuff, but it would take 30 years and nobody's going to let me do it. Let alone, it would only last as long as I survive. You know, that's the problem with, you know, a benevolent dictator. It only lasts as long as they're alive. Oh, upgrade disc. Which I'm one short on, so I'm saving my money. And of course, even though I put it to low, wait. Oh my God. Courtyard Den. Well, I guess I can go through the cloister to the den. That works too. You know, I mean, I don't know if I believe that, you know, people are getting arrested for their media posts, social media posts, because that just seems like a good way to get a revolution. That's a good way to have your people revolt against your way of doing things. Hasn't really happened. I just assumed people were overestimating. See, I don't really need new steps. What's the main course? Stuffed wild quail. Nice. Well, and if that's the case, that's really freaking sad. Oh, wait. Grab the chapel. Oh, my God. Why would you arrest somebody over a social media post? Where commissaries at the very end. Of course it is. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, if the person was calling to action, like if the person was actually trying to incite violence, yeah, I totally get it. Totally understand why you'd be arrested for that. Okay. See, that makes sense to me. But also, how are they rating the socially or the racially motivated violence? You know, that's the other thing is like, again, it really depends on how you look at it. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody should have free speech. Why? I mean, I could see why you would want to do the funeral parlor. Because if you have a lot of red rooms, 2 wind-up keys, I mean, that just gives you 2 guesses. I'd rather have 3 gems for the prize. Yeah. Maybe I'm taking a safe road. I don't know. But that just seems like a smarter course to me. So now we go back down to the chapel. I know I'm kind of wasting steps. Back down, courtyard, den. Corridor, dipstick. I mean, one, I am not a fan of preemptive strikes. I don't care if you're a military, I don't care what. If you're basically betting that somebody's going to do a crime in the future, so you must, arrest them now, or if a country's going to attack you in the future, so you must do something about it now, you are nothing more than a bully. Because you're assuming. Well, yeah, that's the only hope I have is the 2 items. One of them is the key card. Yes, I've seen Scared Straight. I was part of the generation that they were trying to scare straight. It's one of the things that a lot of the generations after me and before me really don't understand is the latchkey kid scenario. See, my parents worked. I was home alone. I mean, I even cooked dinner and had it on the table for them when they got home. Because that was just what I needed to do. And I don't regret a minute of it. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do, is there? Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, okay. So it was just a really big gym day? And I'm losing dice. That sucks. I guess I can try and do the inventory to see if I've missed anything. I have missed nothing. You watched the new Evil Dead trailer? Right? The Evil Dead Burn looks good. Looks really good. I'm going to go on my 5 a little early because we have to call it a day. So I'm going to go a little early and just run the ad now so we don't have to worry about it and we can just keep going. Hope y'all don't mind. It looks fun. Seen clips of that, like, bro, no way that was effective. It was like shit, like a kid stealing a toothbrush and some tatted criminal would say, I stole a toothbrush, then I ate a baby. Right, like, the escalation just didn't make any sense. Anyway, I'll be back in 5. Not that one. All right, gotta read. You guys are talking. Leaps and bounds. Okay, that's where I left. Showrunners must have been. Well, okay. Let me put it this way. Reality TV is anything but reality. You know, remember, it started with MTV. Like, freaking A. You know, reality TV is scripted. I wish more people would understand that. I think if people really understood that, IRL streaming would be very different this day. Ranixalade family. Yeah, my wife's the same way. Although most people wouldn't say that she's small, but she's small compared to me. I mean, there's some black bears that are small compared to me. I still wouldn't want to cuddle with one, though. Schoolhouse. Or do I use the shelter and try and... try to get the safe unlocked again. Oh, she's 4'11"? Damn. My wife's 5'10". 5'11". Herbie. Okay, there was something to read here. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving you as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. Reluctant? I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. The dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add forced me to give this speech. So I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all of my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Right, I hope we find the doggy room. Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Woohoo! Oh, and another... Wait. That was all 4. I just did something that we didn't do last time. Hell yeah. I almost said hells to the bells. Yeah, 5'8" isn't particularly tall or short. That's actually, what, average? I know in Ireland you guys tend to be slightly taller. There's the stairs. I have no idea what's going to happen because it shows 4 lights. Oh, it's the 4 lights. We have the elevator open. So now we have the Undercroft to explore. Foreman log number 3, date 7/2/1915. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few short days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountains has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Damn. I always loved looking out here. I was busy height to almost everyone I ever met. I was always second tallest. I was never the tallest in my class. I was always second. Well, I mean, okay, in junior high, I was freaking short comparatively. I was not a tall kid in school. And since I haven't made any of these, boop, 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 boop. Because I can. It means nothing right now because I haven't made anything. Yeah, I went to school with people that were giants. Like in high school, I was 6'3", or 6'1", my freshman year. And the guy in school that was taller than me was 6'3", and the one that was taller than him was 6'11". By the time my second year in high school, in Southern California, there was somebody that was like 6'8" and 7'2". Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Realm and sigils of blah, 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 blah. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. Needless to say, they knew who to call to carry stacks of chairs. Yes, I was strong even back then. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today, when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of destination found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs, and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have a special meaning. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things. The core, the dividing lines, or rays, the moats, the border. The center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we're describing. Well, that's useless. Orn fe ko ar. The rays. Core, spreading rays, splitting the sigil, tracing, counting, okay. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat, scorched air, blazing sun, causing otherwise straight lines to appear shimmery. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. More extreme stormy weather, jagged lightning. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy. Weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines. Rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. Each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on each sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they considered themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic or economic fortune. Tribal, a primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agricultural, harvest and farming-based society and culture. Martial, military and generous arguments. Metropolitan, large city-states with a dense urban and populous center. Academic, a center for knowledge advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, an elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. The border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge, serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange, white. So black is big little dots, red is waves, violet is dashes and lines, pink is a gear, green is italics, yellow is sunburst, orange is diamonds or triangles, white is clear dots. Wait, was that all? Putting it all together. By studying the core rays, moats, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what previously been an undecipherable enigma. Banners, martial, fog. But there wasn't weather fog. Unless it'd be the one that's not shown. Probably. Anime is probably lurking. Okay, I think this is all we can do down here for now, because this isn't open yet. We can't do anything there, but now this should be permanently open. Which is nice to have for later. Oh, that's that one realm. Okay. Interesting. This one has that, like the imagery of the one realm at the core. Okay, so already pretty damn productive, and we haven't even opened a door yet, so to speak. Library or hallway? I think let's start with the hallway. The realm of chicken wings. All right, everyone, got half the study sheet for my first exam done, 4 a.m. Wife will get mad if I don't go to bed at some point. Absolutely valid. You have a good night, coffee. Thank you for joining us. I much appreciate it. A classroom, and I have the gem for it. Grade 1. Two extra steps. Color worksheet. Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, purple. Fill the object with the correct color. Okay. You must really like red, Caleb. Two out of 12 correct. Well, I know this is red and I know that is red. Unless it's a place that has yellow fire hydrants. Each color is only used twice. Okay. So the flag's not supposed to be blue? Because it's blueprint, pond, pumpkin is orange, flag is orange. The lizard... No, because in this one... So the lizard is probably supposed to be green. The pond is supposed to be blue. Purple, purple. Nine out of 12 correct. Yeah, because that's supposed to be blue. I don't know which ones they got wrong. It had to be the flags. So we've got this one, which is basically useless. And then these three. Pumpkin and banana has to be correct. The blueprints have to be correct. So nothing else can be blue. So the flag has to be wrong. Lizard has to be green, so those two are green. Orange used twice. So the two things that are wrong are the flag and the lizard. So everything else is correct. And if the lizard is green, the flag has to be yellow. But if the lizard is supposed to be yellow, the flag has to be green. Normally lizards are green, but I've seen, you know, a spotted lizard like this that was yellow. So we go here, the lizard is purple, which that was also probably marked wrong. So we know this was wrong. This was wrong. So one of these two flags had to be wrong. They colored the bananas orange, not yellow. So, yellow, yellow, red, red, blue, blue, green, green. So what did they screw up on? The flags. This one was correct when it was orange, orange. I don't know. And I don't know what to do with it. Because it's not like there's a way to color this in. We have a red flag. Oh, we have a red flag. So one of the flags have to be red. What? I mean, the flag is literally at the front of the class. Is this one red? Then what? I'm not going to spend too much more time on trying to figure that one out. Because I don't even know what to do with the info. Den's the best bet. I can redraw. I don't think there's really a reason to redraw. Can you imagine going to school? Hey, pawn. They all loop back into it. Parlor, because the gems are more important. Two of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. So if these two are false, it has to be the black box again. Two of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. Well, these two have to be false because it doesn't lead you to where the gems are. So the black box has to be where the gems are. And back to the den. Bedroom or spare room? I think bedroom. Because it offers some lucky stuff occasionally, but not this time. There we go. This allows us to keep moving forward. I definitely want to make the library at some point, but that one would have locked us off. Corridor. Kitchen. Let's do the library. House directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Okay, yes. think we want that one. Mount Holly records. Oh, these are my records. Total days, longest day, average day is about an hour. Total stars, 1. 114 rooms drafted already. Okay, we don't really need to know much of this yet. And this is the scrapbook, which we don't have much of yet. Favorite floor plans. Because the courtyard is so useful. Ugh. My one key. Rotunda. Or the star. Rotunda gives us access to rooms all the way around. See, like, there's a room that way. And I can rotate the floor plan. And so that's a better way to use that one. We go get the gem. And there's not much else to do here. So we go back and rotate. So let's rotate one more time. And see if this one's locked. The ladies call me Rotunda because they party all around me. Don't have a lot of money yet, but the commissary is able to be open, which is nice. Salt, shovel. Shovel is going to be key. Laboratory locks us out. Chapel is not really that great. We have 2 ways forward. I think the storeroom is a good idea to have at this point. I got us 12 money. And that was enough for a Chauvel. I don't think we really need much at the moment. Use my one and only key. Oh, I'd rather use the friggin' nursery. Because I have so many ways forward. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to go back to the library or back to the drawing room. I think the drawing room would be the best. Yes, the drawing room is the only way forward. backfill here. Let's get the steps. Compass. Leading north more frequently. What's up, Rando? Welcome in, sir. Hope you're having a good night. Now, this time we actually need to use the spare. Why are you calling him a ghost hunter? Oh. Well, nice. One must always feel their best. Specifically when they're not feeling that great. Yeah, it took me a second. That's why I just stopped myself. Let's do the secret passage, because it goes forward. So, hall, green room, bedroom, red room, or gold room. We already have the commissary, so that's most likely going to lead to one way. Green rooms have a tendency to be more open. Yeah. Anything else I need to look at? Okay. Aquarium, courtyard, veranda. Special cost bypassed. Items in green rooms. I don't want to use up my last gem. Peebles. I did not want Peebles. Yeah, let's... money or... yeah, let's do the observatory. What doth we see? 2 stars. The twins. Pair of chests added to the front hall. Oh, that's what we needed the sledgehammer for. That's for busting the locks on the chests. Classroom. Boudoir. Boudoir costs us nothing. But the classrooms, if I remember right, if you can get like 8 of them in one go, there's something. And we still have a long thing to go backwards on. Yay, math. Find each sum without using signs. Oh, I get it. I get it. It's 2 plus 5, 4 plus 9, 7 minus 3, 9 minus 8, 2 times 2, 3 times 4. Okay. Yeah, so it's just teaching you how to do the one puzzle. So is that all this is teaching you how the puzzles might work in the future? Dag nabbit. So, going all the way back. I think Infinite might be lurking. Or lost connection. Courtyard, pantry, closet. Do we want items? But if I do that, it's gonna lock this whole section. So I actually can't do that. So we do this. Yeah, have to do it. Anything special? No. I finally find the security room. Let's go billiard room. And yes, I know we're going backwards, but we're still at like 55 steps, so... Yes, I can buy keys in the commissary. I'm filling out the map. 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. 5 times 4 is 20. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I almost did 4. Oh my God. So 12 minus 4 is 8. Times 2 is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. Security key. Where have you been? There's 2 maps I could have used you on, you butthead. I still don't have the gems. I was hoping to be able to make it all the way back to the entrance hall. Well, actually, no matter which one. You better be talking to Ninetales. This way. Yeah, this way. Yeah, I have the key card. Oh, yes, the key card. Sorry, I got too locked into the game. So I need to go to the commissary. Which means straight ahead. Ah! Ninetales calls himself a hussy. And he generally calls us hoes. And it's like in an affectionate way, so I don't give a crap. You're kidding me. I can't buy a key? I need to go back through the library. Library. All the way back to the entrance hall. Yeah, the parlor led there. You wish, Rando. You wish. Well, I need the items, and I have the gem. Greater chance of finding items. Well, I was hoping for more. All in all, though, it has been a good day. Miss anything in here? You've been hit by, you've been struck by a truck. Wait, we've got pawn. What's the parlor? Parlor is also a pawn. So we got pawn in those two. Billiard room. It sucks that all I need is one coin. I'm gonna check the nursery. In case I missed something. This is also a pawn room. Because I remember the nook is a rook. Okay, and this is also a pawn room. Pawn room. Bishop room. So the chapel is bishop. Parlor is rook. Den is pawn. No, nook is rook. So pawn, rook, bishop. And I won't have the king or queen because I don't have either of those rooms. Wait a minute. I know one thing. I need to get back outside. Because I think there was a spot to dig up. Yeah, spare. In the old schoolhouse. Which means I need to go back to the library. This is one of the most convoluted friggin' buildings I've done in a long time, obviously. Parlor was also a pawn room. Okay. I mean, I might as well try and dig up some stuff. Key. Exactly what I needed. An old shoe. Now, do I take the chance? You know, we feel like gambling because I may not make the steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need 16 steps. I do not have 16 steps. So might as well use the key. Get a gem. It's to a room with many doors. It's not going to do me any good. Yep, going to have to call it a day. As annoying as it is. Architect's Villa. Oh, because it's mostly blue rooms. So how are we all doing tonight? I hope we're all doing well. And unless this is a short day, this will probably be the last one I do. I'm likely to contain dig spots, but I need a shovel. Do I just do the 2 coins for doing okay? Just trying to decide what to eat. Had a late lunch. Valid. Do I do the 2 coins for the shrine or the root cellar to get more dig spots and hope I get a shovel? What do we think? Shrine? Okay. Anything special? Might as well see what 2 coins gets me. Blessings of the Dancer. While drafting, you may pay gems to spin floor plans. That might actually save me. I've been going right and it's been shooting me in the foot. Storeroom might be a good idea to start out with because that's a money, key, and another gem. And I have 2 other ways to go. The other 2 keep me moving forward, but this gets me resources early. I'm going to go with the resources. I don't know why I looked. Den's probably the best bet. Get the gem. That keeps us moving forward. So then the observatory would not without rotating it. I'm not going to be like real gung-ho about rotating anything right away. Really? Bedroom's been real stingy lately on extra items. Another key. More gems. I think another key would be more important. But that's just my guess. Yeah, Nook is Rook. I was pretty sure. Parlor. Sounds like an owl. How much would I have? Yeah, I just have to rotate them once if they go clockwise. There we go. Observatory. I'm going to be honest, that was a tough decision. Plus 3 steps. Oh my God, they really just want to lock me out. You got a basic start on your server up? Nice. So you weren't able to, like, recover that at all, huh? On. Garage on. And there's no reason to do this? Oh, damn. I'm sorry. Yeah, stuff like that can be so And I don't even know why they do it, because it's not like there's a whole lot of value to extract from it. Like, I mean, especially since you're just basically robbing poor people. I mean, I know they're trying to get a big fish. Right, robbing you of something you built. Chauvel! Let's get a couple gems. Perfect. And this time we're going to go high, because the offline mode unlocked. That means that we'll run into more unlocked doors.
Hail, hydrate.
Hail, hydrate. I shall, sir. This one isn't of use to us for a while. And you never know what we might end up with here. Yeah. To you know, use. The only one that's any use to me is the archives. As much as this sucks. I don't think there was anything back there. I won't climb. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye, even before the literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Swimbird author never considered herself a success. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so, as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard, questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher, Philip White, were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Black Winter. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance. Hi, babies. Whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under waved down local. This is the 3rd major last week. Yeah. No trace is discovered of Cinca Eris, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, who was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out of character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Yes, hi babies. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take a break right now because otherwise the ad's going to run on its own. So I'll be right back and I'll see you guys soon. I'm back. Hope everyone is still doing well. Hope you took the time to stretch and do what you needed to keep yourself limber and ready for the day. Okay. Meow. I just took time to pet you. Yes, babies. Yes. So, can't go, okay. Meow. Meow. Yeah, we need the drawing room, or we can try confidential. Are we feeling lucky? Should we gamble? What are we thinking, Green Jeans? No gambling, drawing room? Okay. Let's move forward. Let's save the risk for later. Ooh, the pool. Pool is a good idea, because that adds rooms to the drawing pool. And sometimes we can find keys. Okay, no keys. Let's keep moving forward. The ballroom sets your gems to 2. And it takes 2. Well, gotta go with the archive. Because the chapel, like, I don't want to waste. Oh, we didn't do a parlor today. Ah, clicked out of the game. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. This is the only one? No, because see, this goes to 2. All of them have B. So this one is telling the truth. Oh, this is interesting. So this one has the letter U. And this one has the letter U. But if this one's lying and these two are telling the truth, it still doesn't tell me where the gems are. This is the only one that tells me where the gems are. And by process of elimination, am I right? I was wrong. That sucks. Hey, we got the car keys. No garage. Yet. We'd have to make it all the way back over to the other side. Don't be locked. Damn it. This one moves us forward. requires a gem. It'll be left unlocked, so we don't have any keys, less likely to get locked out. I know I said we'd have to get to the other side. So back down to the pool. Pump room, kind of. Boy. I gotta take a chance on the because I can't find keys in either of these. But the pump room can actually help us right now. Because there's a puzzle here. Let's see, because we want the fountain to drain. Okay. How did I turn this thing on before? Yeah, because this one I can only do with the power being on. Okay. So let's go to the greenhouse and pump. You know, pump the water into the greenhouse. Okay. Now I go back here. Right. So we go. Okay. I don't want it to accidentally do anything, so. I don't think there was a huge reason to drain the pool, though. But we shall see. I went the wrong way. I filled it up, not drained it. Wait, what? Yeah. So first, we should drain the pool. You're right. So I'm going to refill the fountain. Wish I could use that. Shouldn't that have worked? I want to drain the pool. There we go. Yeah, I think there's one more step I need to do. Why? Oh, fine. So because this should siphon it out and send it to the fountain. No. Screwed that up. Now I go back behind and switch it over. Yes. No, it should pour it into. How come I can't pull any more out of the pool? No, there's got to be a way. There we go. And of course, there's no items in the pool today. So we reverse this. Why are you being so tricky? Oh no, it's probably random. You're right. There's probably something in there. On an average day. Because I remember something being there too. Just wanted to see if the pool being full did anything. Because normally it's a little down. Bam. So now we just go back to the entrance hall and see what's down below. I'm gonna go through the archives to security. Down. I also haven't opened up that way. But we emptied the fountain, and I remember that there's something we need to look at there. I don't know if we can open it up right away. Yes, we can. It is open. Basement door is locked. You need the key for it. Okay. So we did that. And if I remember right, since we did it, it should stay open. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not a waste to check something out. I mean, that's part of this game. Hey, spread keys throughout the house. I have no... I did use the utility closet, so dark room. Wait. To use the dark room, we have to go back to the utility closet because I needed to turn it off. Wait, I thought I left it on. I'm confused. I would have swore I hit the switch for that. That's just... Really? Hey, I got the key card. After I've already had the security doors. But I didn't get the broken lever like I was hoping. I don't have any gems, so I have to take a chance. And now we're more likely to get red rooms. So, the hallway down. Got it. Bam. Oh, I thought I saw something. More steps. And there's chance of finding stuff in here. I was hoping for a key. And that's right, someone else is in the house. Yeah, key's 10. Really? There's no way. I have the steps for it, so I'm gonna go to the spare room. I'm pretty sure it was locked, but I'm gonna double check. Wait, spare. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure, but it's not like I don't have the steps. I mean, what's it gonna do in the day? Yeah. So I need to get to the coat check room. Yeah. What? Yeah, and then straight through to the coat check room. So what do you think is more important to check? The shovel or the key card? Or the car keys? Key card? All right, because we have to end it. Because there's nothing else we can do. Oh, we have the blessing of the dancer for 3 days. Nice. But I think this is where I'm going to end it tonight because I don't really have time for another day of the game. So, yeah, I think we're just going to end it here. Because you only get a save at day's end. Well, I hope you guys had fun. Hope to see you tomorrow night. We're going to be playing more Franbo tomorrow. Pretty sure Ghost is playing games tomorrow. Give me a second. Let me check the schedules. Yeah, he's starting Baby Steps at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Sorry, 5 p.m. Central Time. 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's all I really got to say today. You guys have a good night. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you here again. Hope to see you, at Ghost Stream playing Baby Steps because that game looks like fun. But it is awkward controls, so we'll see how Ghost handles a rage game. Have fun, guys. Bye.